Hello everybody, what is going on? It is iJustRengar here. Today we're going to be going over a replay that I just got actually. This is a game where I was going against what I consider to be a pretty bad team for Rengar to play against. Now, the reason that this is a bad team for Rengar to play against is, for one, we got Shogath with his silence, so as soon as you jump in, he can silence you. For two, we got the Rek'Sai's Unburrow, which he can do while you're mid-jump. For three, we have the Rek'Sai's while he's burrowed, which is gonna, I was AFK at the beginning for until like 30 seconds or something like that. Okay. The Rek'Sai Unburrow, the Rek'Sai being able to see you, because as you can see right here, Rek'Sai, when he's in his burrow, it'll allow him to see all around himself. So you really want to be careful about that, because like, if you're walking up this way, and Rek'Sai's over here, and he's burrowed, he can see you, okay? So you have to be really careful. It'll show like little dots, and that happens regardless of if you're invis or not, so that's kind of countery. The Rise has a W. His W is going to be really, really bad just because it's point and click. So he literally just has to go boop, and then you're done. So, and then finally we have the Ezreal with his E out. So he can just basically, you jump on him, he E's out, boom. Instant flash for free. He has that every single time you're going to go in with your ulti. And then finally you have the Tahm Kench who has Exhaust, and he has, of course, his Devour. And then when you go in, if Tahm Kench Qs you, good luck getting out, buddy. It's going to be a little difficult. So, that's the lineup of the enemy team. My team, we got the Jhin, we got the Lux, we got the TF, and we have the Alawi. Now, their team is more late game oriented than our team. The reason why is because Rise scales pretty well. Ezreal right now is really, really, really strong. Tahm Kench can protect any of them. The Rek'Sai here is also, he's going to be decent because he eventually goes Knight's Vow, which is another counter to me. So this video is going to be about how to play around a team like this. So, first thing that I'm going to do my invade like I normally do. Notice I walked over here just a little bit, that way I could see if there's anything right there. Really quickly, before we get into anything else, I'm going to actually open up Epic Pen. That way I can, at any point during the game, just kind of be like, hey, okay, so this is what we're going to do. So, we'll play this here. So we see this now. He's doing really carefully, pulls it over, so I'm like, okay. And I'm keeping an eye on when he's going to auto-attack. So I see him Q right there, and then boom, I'm able to just smite it away, and then head onto him. Now that's nice, going to heal me up a little bit, and I'm going to be able to push forward. And I'm going to take a turret shot. I am going to do some damage to him. Maybe I could have flash auto-autoed, but I did not want to risk that. I've had too many times on my Smurf and on my main where I die in this turret, and it's so bad every time. I'm like, yeah, you know what, I'll try it. We'll do it. So, right here, again, this is all about optimizing your farm time, okay? The good thing about this clear right here, if you do come here, even if you don't kill them, look at what you get. You get this, you get this, you get this, okay? Now, all of those things together are going to be around 350 gold total, because this is going to give you about 100, this is going to give you about 100, this is going to give you about 150. Golems is the most profitable camp. Now, the reason that counter jungling is so important is just because if you put a divider down the middle, my jungle holds 650 gold total. We're just going to estimate. His jungle holds 650 gold total. So if he full clears, he gets 650. If I full clear, I get 650, right? But what we're doing is we're taking 350 away from him. We're adding 350 over here because he can't clear it. We get this gold. So overall, we get 1,000 gold from a full clear. He's only going to get 300 from a full clear, okay? Now, that's why this is really huge. Plus, it gives us information about where he has to be, because only 2 of his camps are up right now. I'm about to take this one. So we know where he can be, where he has to be. So here, I'm just going to head up here. Look, he comes over here. It looks like he's going to try to take this. Not going to be able to, because I already take that. The reason why is that way when you smite this, you hit level 3, okay? That's what's really, really, really important about that. So, here I'm just going to keep taking this. I just wanted to share that with you guys really quick. I'm going to speed up the video a little bit. That way we don't have to deal with that too much. So here we're just going to be clearing through the jungle. Again, efficiently pathing. Right here we're going to save our ferocity. That way we can use it here. Go like this. Just keep clearing the jungle. Clear efficiently as possible. Now we know that these are going to come up at 4:30 because we cleared them at around a little bit like 2 minutes. Exactly. It's pretty much when we cleared them. Remember, every jungle camp has a respawn timer of 2 minutes 30 seconds, okay? He got ganked here and died. Not really too much you can do there. Because, I mean, obviously you know that Rek'Sai is only going to be level 3. So hopefully his ganks aren't that potent, but TF dies there. Just kind of unlucky. But I'm able to push this right here. Pick that up really quick, and boom. We're backing. Let's see what we buy. So, because we want to influence the game as much as possible early, we go serrated dirk, we go longsword, and here we're going to start invading the Rek'Sai. So, we also get a not a corrupting potion, a control word. So, we don't know where Rek'Sai is or how much HP he has, but we head over here and we see this. Immediately, I know that he's over here, because he had just went over. But I don't know that he's 488 HP. I don't know that this damaged him as much as it did. And that's why I'm a little bit like, oh, I'm not going to go over. Plus, if I had a ward, I would have warded over right away and hopped. I had a control ward, but I didn't want to waste it on going over there if he was full health, okay? Because Cho'Gath has a chance of being able to get there first over the Alawi. So we have to be a little bit careful about that. Even though Cho'Gath would lose CS, Alawi has to walk this distance. So Alawi has to walk like this. Cho'Gath only has to walk like this, okay? With like a slight blip right there. So Alawi has to walk a lot more. Plus, he's just closer in general. And he has a better route. So he would get there about probably 2 to 3 seconds faster. But I put down a thing right there. I'm able to clear that. If I had hopped over, yes, he would have died. But I didn't know that. I didn't know how low he was. But now I know, okay, so my Grumpa's coming up soon. But I also know that my red's coming up soon. And I also know that they went there. So what can I do? What's the option? So right here, their blue's up. They had just wasted a bunch bottom. I know that Ryze is low on mana, so I come here. And I just start taking this. I'm just counter jungling because I have the Dirk. And I'm actually really strong. So he backs. Doesn't have too much HP either. I'm able to pick that up because he smites early. That way he can get health back. We kill him. I'm like, okay, maybe I need to flash here. I actually, looking back, didn't because he was he didn't have like any mana. I want to come back and help him, but TF starts spamming in chat. He's like, run! And I realized, yeah, I probably wouldn't be able to get that. But optimizing my gold per minute. I'm taking this because I really, really want to just make sure that I'm getting optimal farming routes. Right now, I'm up pretty much double this Rek'Sai CS. And now we're going to be able to come over here. Now, typically I would recommend coming here first and then taking this, but I take this first, that way I get the health regen, so this is an easier camp for me to take. I know that typically I preach, okay, always go in the same order, that way you don't walk over any empty ground. Either way, I would have still walked over a little bit of empty ground, but this way I get the healing from red for longer. So that's why I chose to do it like that. All in all, we're going to move over here now, clear this, and clear this. And then moving up further and further with each time. Notice this control word's still here, revealing them. So we know that Rek'Sai was just over here, because obviously he has like a tunnel and stuff like that, and we saw... wait, did we see him on the control word? I'm not sure. I don't actually remember this game all too well. That's my bad. I should have been looking at the minimap more, but when I watch VODs, I tend to kind of like watch myself, especially considering it's... I'm like focused on myself commentating more than I am like on the game state itself. So here we're going to be pushing up here, taking that. Now I have my ulti back up, so I want to do something. I see them all going bottom, so I'm like, okay, what can I do here? Again, right now I'm 1-0. I'm up about 25 CS total. I come over here just to pressure the turret, and then I head back. Just use my Frosty to get something there. And then from here, go clear this out. Stacks for my eyeball collection's always going to be good. Head over here, just clear. Again, we're just going to be clearing, so I'm going to skip forward a little bit. Okay, I ulti. I jump in. Okay, let's go back. That way we can actually see my decision making a little bit there. So I know that they were just bots, so I figured that they might have probably used summoners. Looking over here, you can tell if they did. So I'm right here. I walk down here, that way the ward doesn't see me, because Duskblade tells me. I hop in. I don't land my E because he eats them super fast. But I chill right there. And then I'm just able to pick him up. Now what I do is I wait a little bit on my Q. That way I'll be able to get the damage in the last 1.5 seconds, which, Riot, if you're watching this, please change that to like 3 seconds or something. That'd be really good. Then make them a lot less feast or famine, which I know is what you were wanting when you initially did this Rengar rework. So please do that. Or make it even longer than 3 seconds. Just saying. Okay, so right here we're going to go up, and again, efficiently clearing is what the name of the game is. But instead of going over here, and doing that, I come down to here because I'm like, okay, let's see if it's warded. If it's not warded, we can sneak this because Rek'Sai just showed top lane, okay? Always look at the enemy jungler. It wasn't warded, but then Tahm Kench comes up, and that kind of hurts me. But I'm going to be able to back here, buy a serrated dirk, and I'm going to be able to move to my red buff. And I say to my team, I say, okay, red, then bot. So let's see how that goes. Let's see how my plan works. Alright, so I'm right here. Now, I'm not moving into the bush because I can see where he is off of this, and I know that if I move, the tremors will reveal me. So then I walk forward after he's out of range, that way tremors don't reveal me, and I'm able to get a nice pick onto the Tahm Kench. Now, right here, I wasn't sure about their vision. Let me actually... I remember this is one of those... oh, my bad. Red team. One of those things I was like, wait, can they see me? Okay, so I needed to walk down further. I didn't know that they could see me right there. I was actually, like, super confused. I wish that it was, like, a little bit of a shorter range, because I was keeping him at leap edge, but it's a little bit further, or maybe it's the same as leap edge. I'm not actually 100% sure on the exact bit. So, the exact amount that it reveals around you. So, right here, Alawi is able to get first turret, that's good. They kind of, like, stop pushing off of that. And we get a turret mid. Oh. Excuse me, I'm yawning. My bad. Sorry, boys. So, right here. Okay. How many of you yawned after I said that? Oh, by the way, if you didn't know anything about it, I'm doing an AMA for 5,000 subscribers. I don't know when I'm going to get 5,000 subscribers, but when I do, I will start making the video then, and it'll be all the AMA comments that have happened at the point that I have 5K. You can comment one below. I'll have in the description how to make an AMA comment. So, anyways, right here, I just kind of like skipped over that, but we made this call to go for the Infernal Dragon just because of the way that the map was set up. They all went up here. I'll go back really quick, that way you guys can see it as well. So they all went up here basically to fight, and because of that, everybody's up here. So I instantly ping this and I say in chat, okay, Jin, come. I know that they have this warded, but I say, if you look at them up here, there's 4, right? So there's 4 of them up here. We see Ezreal now. This is so free because Ryze just respawned, right? Or backed, whichever one it actually was. I'm not 100% sure. So we know that Ryze is back in his base, and we know that we can take this pretty easily. So we come over here, we start taking this, and I'm able to just smite it away after a Q, and head back. If he had landed that, I would have just E'd and then empowered E'd again, and then kept running. It would have been pretty easy. I know this is warded because of Duskblade. I'm seeing that now, and then I see that happen, and so I come down here. And then I figure, okay, he's probably going to go for this. TF figures the same thing, and he walks over and takes that. So, denying him there. And now, what I'm going to do, again, efficiently farm. I'm staying very far ahead in gold. Right now, Rek'Sai has a full item. I have a full item and a half. Okay, so right here, I probably should have empowered E there, actually. So right here, I walk up. Just remember, guys, when you're playing Rengar, you don't always need your ultimate if you have your flash up. Your flash can be kind of like a substitute for your ult. My ulti was coming up though, which is like the main reason that I started heading over here. Then I was like, wait, can I get something else? So I come over here, and then I go on him. I was initially going to go on the Ezreal, but then he flashed over this way, and so I was like, oh, okay, so I should be able to just pick him up there. He dies anyway, but looking back, I definitely should have used my empowered E there. So I just smite that way I'll get the health back instantly. Although, to be honest, I probably should have just smited this instead. That would have been more efficient. Just because the Wraith doesn't do as much damage as the Big Wolf. And I come over here, and I go leech this gold top lane. I get a good angle on it. I see that this is about to get hit, so I just smite it away. Just optimize my gold. Also because I know that I'm about to level up, so if I can kill this, which I should be able to, then I can just take the blue right after without having to worry about damage. Well, not really take it because I give it away. I've been giving it away this game because Twisted Fate's been doing pretty good, and he's been roaming with me, so I know that he's a good team player, so I'm going to give him as much as I can. So here, we're going to speed up the game some more. Alright, so I'm going to start heading bot lane. Now here, Ryze is low on mana. The only thing that he has up is Cleanse, so I know that I should be able to come in. Again, Rengar one-shot combo, jump. I'm going to E mid-air. Okay, then W, Q, and then empowered Q. See? That's all you really need to do as Rengar. My team's Mia pinging me. But that's all you really need to do as Rengar. And let's watch it one more time, this time in like full motion, that way you can see what's happening. So you run over, EWQ, empowered Q. Or empowered W, whichever one you want to do in that situation. I flashed that just because my team's hitting me with the hitting me with this stuff. The stuff. Why did I say this stuff? That sounds like I'm like a retarded child. They're hitting me with like the MIAs. Okay, maybe I am actually, because look what happens. So he comes up behind me, and I'm forced into this, and I'm like, okay, never mind. I hate playing against Tahm Kench. So now that we've learned that we hate playing against Tahm Kench, we're going to keep moving forward a little bit. Now this game, 4-2-3, I'm doing okay so far, but now I'm going to make some bad plays that you'll see in just a second. So I'm just going to kind of skip through my team doing things. So I head up here. I want to try to go on this Rise, but he stays in this Tahm Kench's stomach forever. Like, look at this. And then what ends up happening is I see the TF ulti, and I'm like, oh, well, you know what? He's going to go in somewhere, and I'll be fine. I'll be able to get a kill. Don't do what I do. Look at how stupid that was. Like, I make a lot of mistakes. I don't know about you guys, but I make a lot of mistakes. Typically, they're the same ones. I have a sticky note that I keep on my desk that says, should I go in, ? And I put it up that way I can see it. If you have flaws that you know about that happen, like, relatively often, make yourself a sticky note like what I have. Because that can actually help you out quite a bit, and kind of remind you. Granted, it didn't help me out there, but it can help you out. And there are some times where it's just saved my life because I've been like, wait, this is just stupid. I shouldn't go in here. So, we're going to speed this up a little bit. Jin uses his. So I use mine as far as Youmu's go. Why do I keep yawning? Boys, kill me. Don't actually, please. But I'm going to be able to just keep going over along here. Again, efficiently farming is basically what I love doing. And then right here, I'm like, okay, so are we gonna fight mid? And so I come around. I don't think this time. Do I use my ulti or do I not? So right here, I'm like really in indecision because if you look at the way that this is positioned, Rek'Sai's right here. So if I ulti and start running through, Rek'Sai knocks me up and he goes on me. I can't get through to any of them. Okay, unless I flash, but then I'm like pretty much dead. If I go in, Tahm Kench W's, he eats Ezreal. Or I get silenced, or any number of things happen. There's literally pretty much nothing that I can do and no one that I can kill. A lot of people might be like, oh, well, why aren't you going in? If I go in, look at everything that happens, okay? So I'm over in this area right here. There's a Rek'Sai right here who can be pretty much anywhere in this area. He has flash up right now, keep that in mind. So he can literally flash W me mid-jump, I'm dead. Ezreal, he can press E, he's gone. Tahm Kench, he can eat Ezreal, or whoever I target, they're gone. Cho'Gath can silence me, so it's harder for me to get out. Ryze can just insta-snare me. There's literally pretty much nothing I can do here. But instead, I kind of succumb to peer pressure. I ulti, and I'm like, okay, maybe I can get something here. I do wait. So this is good. This is good. Somebody asked me a question, how to get on the backline. Stuff like this. You wait. You ultimate when it's like just time. And then you jump in, and you try to get the kill. Sadly, I wasn't able to get the Ezreal there. I think that I may have missed that Q. Let's check this again. Did I miss my empowered Q flash, or did he just flash out of it? Let's check, boys. Oh, he just wasn't in the range. Otherwise, I think that I would have killed him. I needed empowered Q backwards, or empowered Q forward just a little bit less, and I would have nailed that. That's my bad, though. I didn't end up making a mistake there. I thought that that he just flashed it, but no, I messed up. By the way, admitting your faults is one of the best things you can do as a player, because that's how you learn. I went from 4-1-3 or 4-2-3 to 4-4-3. Definitely not the best. But now I've learned something. If I go in on their team, oh, that was super bad. I thought that she would just like ulti and then try to get like a kill onto him or something like that, but she kind of like went around. She said it was like too easy to dodge her ulti, which I guess I kind of get, but it's like, unlucky. But they end up getting that. And I say, okay, so what's gonna happen now? Now, let's think about Rengar, like what Rengar can do, right? He can team fight, and he can ult. He can ult someone. So that's what he does in a team fight. Why did I put it 2 T's, 1 K? Oh my gosh, no. Why am I so bad at life? So you can team fight, and you can ultimate, right? So you can team fight, you can use your ultimate. Okay, this is gonna bother me for like 12 years. Can I like just okay? Never mind. This unlucky, dude. Ult. So you can team fight with your ultimate, unless it's like over here, in which case you can like use bushes like here, 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 stuff like that, places where there's bushes. Or I can split. Okay, now these are my 2 options. Now, if you look at their team right now, who's good at splitting on their team? I guess Ryze in a sense. Ryze can be good at splitting. Cho'Gath is okay at splitting. But right now, what does a team typically think when they get Baron? Typically what a team thinks when they get Baron is, okay, group 5v5 and then win. But if you think about it, my team has a lot of wave clear. We have Jin's bouncing bombs. We have, I'll actually just let this play. Jin's bouncing bombs, TF's red cards, TF's Qs, Alawi's Qs, Lux's bindings to disengage, Jin's traps all around to disengage. We got Lux's A bunch of stuff from Lux can disengage. A bunch of stuff from everyone can disengage, aside from Malawi. So, what I'm thinking to myself is, okay, so where can I have an opportunity to split push? So, until I get that opportunity, I don't want to waste time, which means I'm going to keep prioritizing my farm. I actually want to watch this, because I never saw what happened here and how he died. So let's really quickly look at this. Because I remember he was like walking over and then... What? Yeah, we here at Riot Games, we wanted to nerf Rengar because he was one-shotting champions. It's totally fair and balanced that there's somebody that can E every 8.45 seconds that gets reduced by 1.5 seconds if Mystic Shot hits a target. So basically, we'll give him a, 5-second cooldown dash and the ability to insta-kill. But that's fair and balanced. Only 2 shots. I mean, 2 shots is a lot. Just kidding. He's just kind of fed right now, if you can see, 946. He also has tab eyes, which is super, super unlucky for me. When I walk over, I'm just farming. Right now, if I go here, again, he literally just has to W, and then I'm destroyed. I'm done. I can't do anything. So there's no real way that I can fight here. All I can really do is split push. But what I'm doing here is I'm like, okay, maybe I can get on somebody. Now, again, somebody asked me the question, how is it that you are able to get on the enemy assassin, or the enemy backline? This is how, okay? You stay behind and you kind of like wait until it's the actual like right moment to strike. Because if you don't wait, right, then like let's say somebody's like, well, why would you just wait in this bush? Doesn't that just waste time? It kind of does. But if you can predict where they're going, because this guy's pushing here, they're not going to keep pushing mid because they stopped and started walking towards the... So they didn't immediately go towards here. They started walking like this way, like gradually as they were killing the minions, which led me to believe they were heading there. Which is why I started to come over this way. So I started coming over here. I thought they were coming, so I put a ward there. That way I'd be able to see where they were, and I walked back here. All the time watching my Duskblade, remember. That way we know what's happening. And so I kind of chill back here, and I say, okay, let's walk over here. Keep watching Duskblade, keep watching Duskblade. Now we're successfully behind the enemy team. We're completely behind the enemy team. So I walk over. I can see with this ward that I placed earlier. Walk over. I see Ezreal. Boom. I go on him. He's dead. Like that. He died from red buff. So I ulti here, and then I say, okay, can I do something else? Is there still something that I can do here? This one I have 5, 4, and 3. By the way, I end the game, I think 5, 5, and 3. And you'll see why I end the game like that. So I go in. I get a bunch of damage down. Sadly, I'm not able to do like anything else, and I get just destroyed. He accidentally heals him instead. He was a little late with that, but I mean, I don't fault him. That was just kind of unlucky. And we end up losing this team fight despite me assassinating Ezreal. We still lose all of this. Now, with this knowledge and the knowledge that I gained from previous team fights, well, actually, we do end up winning this, but we lose the objective. That's the issue that I'm kind of talking about. But now, the enemy team is like, okay, so we still have like a little bit of Baron. We should still split and push with it. I mean, granted, it's running out soon, but they for some reason, they were like, oh, well, let's group as 5, because everybody's always like, oh, well, let's group as 5, even though that's not the best idea for them. So my team was thinking, oh, well, maybe we can group as 5, maybe that'll be good. Oh, right here, I see Ezreal's out of position, so I go forward. I get a little damage down, and then I'm like, okay, I'm not going to keep going, I'm just going to run back. Always be safe in situations like this. Be like, okay, well, I didn't get him. Don't just keep diving turret needlessly, just run away. It's all good. Don't worry. It's okay if you fail an assassination every once in a while. It's not always going to be something that works. And then we start heading back. Now, here we see that they start all heading here. One reason that this could be, and one reason that you can kind of infer, is because this wave is pushing bot lane, so they're like, okay, somebody needs to clear bot. Luckily, Twisted Fate goes and does that fast, but they're going to start pushing this. So, what am I doing? I come over here, and I just start farming again. I can't do anything right now. My ulti's down, so I just go and I farm. And then I start backing. Now here is something that's really cool about Assassin Rengar. Assassin Rengar is so good at clearing turrets. So I start heading over here, right? And then I'm like, wait. Every single member of the enemy team is here. Remember what I was saying earlier about my team? I start typing in chat while I'm running. Literally the entire time I'm running, I'm like, just hold, just hold, just hold, just hold. Don't fight, don't fight, don't fight. And you can see the way that they're clearing it. They're Qing, they're Wing, they're Eing. And then they start seeing them start to back. So they start pushing forward. And this is really good by them. Granted, sometimes your teams won't do this, but if you drag away pressure, there's some situations where... Because in lower elos, your teams will be bad, their teams will be bad, right? But in lower elos, probably like, let's say 2 of these guys back, then your team is like, wait, there's 3. They engage, and then they win the 3v4. Yes, you got collapsed on, you probably died, but your team ended up winning the fight off of it, or your team can chill back and then stay there. Which you can just say, be like, hey guys, stop. I mean, just stop them from backing, just stay under turret. Or just say, just stay under turret until they back. Now here, we know Ezreal spawning at 18, all of them are shown. Instead of backing, I come over here and I keep pushing. Because again, if I back, Tahm Kench, Cho'Gath, Ryze, they can all just destroy me. So I say, okay, there's no reason at all for me to go back. I start moving over here, I see him, and I'm like, okay, I'm not going to risk it, I flash away. So, I get a good flash off, and I start running here, and then I'm like, wait, I can't do anything here. My team can hold over here pretty easily, because these double turrets, they don't have any damage now that Ryze is gone, because every single one of these guys is building tanky. They don't have any damage items, except kind of Rek'Sai with the Black Cleaver, but other than that, so, oh wow, that was actually pretty clean. So I head over here, I know that this is gone. I don't attack it because that would reveal where I am. I do that thing just to see if anybody's coming. Ezreal. Ezreal. And then I head over here. I feel confident taking this because I have a ward here and a ward here. So I start going on it, knowing that if somebody comes, I can most likely just see them ahead of time, smite the dragon, then run away. And then right here, the risk, yes, is that they're going to go for this. But they had just backed, so I knew that they weren't going to be in position. This is going to give me a little bonus move speed to get there faster. So right now, we have dragons, and my team is in position to be able to at least like hit them off of Vayne a little bit. So now, we'll come back to me, and again, keep in mind, I just got even more reinforcement that that strategy works. So what am I going to do? We see these guys over here. I ulti, I start running over, and then I'm like, wait, what am I even doing? I come over here and I see them taking the Baron. Then I'm like, okay, can I do anything? Can I steal it? But no, my ulti runs up. There's no way that I can really get to it. I come down here. I kill this guy. I just kind of go in a little bit there. W, empowered W, or empowered WW just to heal back instantly. Then I say, okay, can I do anything here? Possibly, but again, they still have Tahm Kench. He can still W. He still has exhaust up. And then their entire team is good against me. So what do? I just start pushing mid. And this is like really, really simple. Just think about it like, can I do something here? Yes, go there. Can I not? Push somewhere. Push objectives. Especially if they're around an objective. So I start going for this. Alawi starts TPing. And we start pushing this down. And we end up winning this game. Now, the cool thing about this, I was 5-5-3. At the end of the game, my team said, thanks for the carry. And the reason why is, even though I was only in 8 of the 17 kills, I was constantly putting down some sort of pressure once it got to like a mid/late game. Late game for this game itself. But like in the last 10 minutes, I was constantly putting down pressure and trying to do things because I couldn't do anything against the enemy team. So, as you guys saw, we covered a couple things this video. The first thing that we covered, let me actually open up a notepad. First thing that we covered is positioning to get behind. And this we did by waiting, being patient, not showing where you are, effective warding. Then we showed what to do versus a team that counters. Notice, they actually ended the game with a gold lead, but we still won, okay? That's the power of pressure. How to abuse pressure. And that's kind of what we learned in this video. So, I hope that you guys learned a lot. I hope that you can apply this to your games, and I hope that you have great luck in solo queue coming up. Again, my AMA, going to be down below, so if you want to participate in that, tag a comment with AMA, and then a colon, and then write whatever your question is. It can be anything personal league related, anything like that. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a wonderful day.